Alright, we're going to be watching Daedalus. This is Platinum 2. I think it's on PC, would be my guess. And it's going to be on Circuit Royale. Team says, I am at fault for not dealing with enemy snipers. Please give me advice. So, I'm Daedalus, the tank in this game. I'm Plat 2, but the average rank of this match was lower since I'm doing with my silver friend. I immediately noticed their snipers were doing really well, and it's kind of hard to hold space in this situation. At first I was focused on just countering their front line so we would get dove, but eventually I went bald to try and disrupt and dive them. I've been really put off from playing Winston recently because I feel like he just jumps in, gets stunned, and dies without doing any damage, so I wanted to play ball because at least he has an escape option. I'd appreciate some advice on how to better dive these snipers without dying to them, also any general stuff I've met up on. So I was going to pass over this replay. I saw some other people were saying that, like, hey, you can't really do a lot because you're Ana slash DPS are not very good. I honestly don't think it matters. I think that you still could have carried this game. Yeah, I think that's really important to emphasize. Like, I still think you could have carried this game. I think your team played very poorly at the very beginning of defense, and then I think it stabilized, and then I think the rest of the game was completely playable. I think it more so has to do with your specific issues and the lack of value that you get out of times. What I will say is you are going to have a very unusual overall experience compared to a lot of other players because you're in Plat 2 and you're playing with someone who's silver, and let's say just they're silver, they have the lowest they can be is silver 2, right? That's two whole ranks, right? Gold and silver. So you're playing with somebody who's like basically 10, 9 ranks below you. That means your game, as you mentioned, the lobby is going to be a lot lower than typical, which means you're going to be expected to carry a lot more than usual. Like, you can't just play fine, you have to play amazing. And I know this from personal experience from queuing with friends who are lower ranked than me as well. You have to play, like, out of your mind to even have a 50% chance of winning the game. Because of the way the matchmaker's expectations are, is you're going to play super, super well, because everyone on your team is going to suck. To be fair, everyone on their team is also pretty good chance that they're going to be pretty bad too, except for their tank. Which means you should play tanks that you are best at carrying with. And this is going to depend on your personal skill, but some of the tanks are just better at carrying than others. So, for example, it's relatively difficult to carry as somebody like Orisa, right? Orisa is kind of like a space control tank. She absorbs a lot of damage. She's like somewhat disruptive. She takes a lot of attention, but her solo kill potential is not great. Like, you can't consistently kill people with javelin plus like shooting. She has no real mobility, so you can't punish people as well for being out of position. Like, and her ultimate's kind of bad, right? Reinhardt, I would also throw in a category. I don't think Reinhardt is so good at like dominating a game. Obviously, if you're super good at farming shatters, you can be super aggressive, but it also relies a lot on your team being able to keep you up and being in sync with you. I don't think Reinhardt would be my pick if I knew I was like 10 ranks better than everybody else in the game. I wouldn't play Reinhardt, right? Ball, same example, right? Ball is also not that great because Ball is mostly about creating space and distracting for your team. He doesn't do a lot of damage, right? His solo kill potential is not great. As if there's any supports, he literally can't kill somebody at all. And his minefield is like a good ultimate, not great, but like not a carry ultimate either. So yeah, I mean, those are the heroes that I would kind of scratch off. What are great carry heroes? A great carry hero, Roadhog, is probably one of the best ones, especially lower ranks, right? If you can just hook and kill people constantly, like, the game is unplayable for the opposing team. You just walk all over them. So Roadhog's a good example. Zarya is a great example, right? Zarya high energy, one of the best heroes of the game, and just killing the opposition. You'll just run over them with just better mechanics and better game sense, and the game is over. Winston, I think, is actually quite good still, because of his ability to identify when people are out of position and then punish them, even if his team is not necessarily on the same page. Just by bubble dancing, you can stay alive long enough, and the people who are out of position, you'll do a lot of damage to, and they will usually die, and they're bubbled off from healing. So even if Focus Fire is not great, I think Winston's still quite effective at carrying games with. Ramatra, I think, is better than most of the other Brawl tanks at carrying. Again, he's fast, he does good, consistent damage, you can punish people being out of position. His ultimate's obviously great, especially in lower ranks where people panic. You got some options here, but I think it's something to think about. Is that if you're going to be queuing with your friend, I'm not telling you not to queue your friend. I'm just noting that your experience is going to be different because you can't just play fine and play like a normal, like safe play style. You're going to need to be much more aggressive than you normally would be because you're not going to get punished for it compared to if the entire lobby was Platinum 2. I would estimate that you're probably going to take 50% less damage, like a lot less damage, than you would playing in an all Plat 2 lobby. Okay, we're going to speed run through this because I actually have one more replay I want to go through tonight. So we're going to go kind of quick here. So for starters, they're going to come out. I think playing up here is fine. As soon as I see what the opposing tank is, and I know that it's not like a ball or a Winston, maybe a Doomfist, I immediately drop here and I play this corner. Why? If they're a dive hero, I actually want to play back here and help support my team and help hold high ground, but otherwise I need to get closer because you're going to see that your explosions are popping short. This is no damage. No damage means no pressure. No pressure means they walk forward, which is bad for you. So at this point, I just walk forward, especially since I notice my Torb being attacked. I walk forward and start working the D.Va down. Okay? Now, I lost Torb. Torb was grossly out of position. Fine. It is what it is, right? Use a shield, drop down here, play car, let your team get, let your Brig get back, let your Cassidy get back, right? Yep, this is fine, and then go back and play the next corner. Again, your shots too far away. You can step up. If they're not going to push you, fine. Step up here and get shots in. You're in no danger right now whatsoever. You have to land hits here. Very important to land hits here. Like, think about how many hits you could have gotten right now. Right? So those get eaten fine. Those shots are short. So that's 1, 2. 3, 4. Again, that should have been targeted at the D.Va. 5, 6. One of those barely hit. I'm not going to count that. So that's 6 hits right there that you could have gotten. So you're 0 for 6. 0 for 8. D.Va might have eaten those, but they were off target anyway. Finally, these are 2 real hits, so now you're 2 for 10. Right? Those are off target, so now you're 2 for 12. You're putting shield up. Okay, that's 1 hit, I think, so 3, 4, 14-ish. Like, this is not good accuracy, right? As Sigma, you should be up here. Every 2 hits, I'm landing directs on the D.Va or another target constantly. Direct. Constantly doing damage. 12 missed shots times 110 damage is a lot of damage, right? That's I'm doing math on videos. 1100 plus 100, it's like 1220 damage, right? Ballpark. So a lot of damage. So yeah, again, lots and lots of damage that you should be cranking out. 1210 damage. That's 20 and whatever. Anyway, that's a lot of damage you're doing right now. Your Brig out of position. Nothing you can do about this. Okay, fine. Brig dead. It's over. Reset. Right? I don't want to play this corner. I want to play the next corner, but I'm gonna use shield to make sure my Cassidy gets away. Okay, so note, hey, look, I gotta know, there's a Cassidy here. Yep, put a shield out. Just keep him alive. If she wants to do this, fine. Right? I don't want to throw random rocks. Random rocks, no good. I want to save rocks for good opportunities. Throwing rock right now solves nothing. Even if you land it, 80 damage, who cares? Does nothing. Not gonna stop the thief from walking forward. Doesn't stop the cart from walking forwards. Don't just save the rock. Because right now, like if you rock the Hanzo here, like this is a potential kill opportunity for the record. Right? Rocking the Widow here is a potential kill opportunity. There's lots you could do here to shut down angles and hold them back. But at minimum, you can just throw a shield here. But now we run to the next tip. Grasping when you're high health is almost always a mistake. 95% of the time, you want to use grasp when you're low, like 300 health, 250 health. That's when people focus you down, and you can use grasp, you get health back. At 480 health, use grasp, nobody shoots you. Right? You see, you got 40 health there. You barely saw it. You got 40 health from that grasp for a 12-second cooldown. That is an enormous waste. Do not do this. Save grasp for when you get low, right? What we're seeing right here is regardless of what's going on with your team and dying, you're not, like your core fundamentals on Sigma are just not good, right? You're just using abilities at the wrong time pretty consistently. So you really don't want to play here because there's no good cover. I think this room is bad. You want to play over here where you have a much wider angle, right? Just walk backwards right now while you wait for your team to regroup, because your team like out here is actually pretty dangerous, but you really want to give time for your, what is it, Hanzo cast? Is that right here actually? Yeah, your bridge just came back. Okay, your bridge just came back. So you can hold here if you want, but I think that I probably would have fallen back to here. Not least switch because that happens. I don't know what your Hanzo's AFK for. He's gonna die. It's fine. All right, you give it up. Right, just give it up. Play on point. Again, another grasp at 460 health. No one's shooting you. How much health do you get? 50. You get 50 over health. This is really bad. Do you know what's a good over health number? Like 200 to 300. That's what you're looking for, not 50. 50 is nothing. 50 doesn't get you anywhere. So you're going to lose the Cassidy here. Again, I want to look at like the opportunities for when does the shield need to go up. I don't need to use shield for the regular spam damage that's coming at me, right? I don't need to use grasp for the spam damage coming at me. I do not want to mitigate 100% of the damage coming in. That's a very important rule on all tanks. I have supports who can heal me constantly. Your Ana can heal you for like 92 damage a second, 92 health a second, right? But if you're not injured, she has nothing to do, right? Like, you see right now, you're like full health. She has nothing to do because you're not taking any damage. Let yourself take damage, and then she will build nano as well, and then you'll have this nano nice and early, and you use that to win the fight. Like, you need to let yourself take some amount of damage here. But you want to look for opportunities where, hey, look, I see the Widow's scoping right now. Now I throw a shield up to stop that shot. Okay? That's when the moments where you need it. Not just randomly throwing shield up to do nothing. Like this shield This last shield you throw up, this shield does nothing. Both DPS are dead right now. My Brig is around the corner, and my Ana presumably is not going to be vulnerable. See? This shield's going to break and give you no value. That's an example of when you're just not using shield correctly. This rock is going to do nothing. Again, you land it, but like, who cares? It's not going to stop the D.Va. You might as well save the rock for a moment when the D.Va starts like to fly over and push your supports or something. But like right now, it's not going to do anything. Also, I would note, you only have 2 options here. Option 1, you contest the cart before it caps, which allows your team to get forward spawn so they can come over and maybe you can turn this fight. Probably not, but you can make that fight here. Option number 2, you give this up completely and you go to the next safe spot. Staying here and letting the cart cap and not contesting it is the worst possible plan that you can do. Notice the cart, 2 meters, 1 meters, you're contesting it, you're going to back off it, 0.01, and it caps. You've screwed up. This, unacceptable. Like, this is a terrible game sense decision to do what you just did. Because now, you've not only not capped it, not prevented the cap, so your team no longer has forward spawn, their team now has forward spawn, and you're stuck in the middle of the road, which means you have no good cover, and it's really hard to retreat from here. So all the things have gone wrong here by the fact that you didn't just step forward. And for the record, you're not even low. Like, you step off this point even though you're at 540 health, right? See, you're at 579 right now. Just step forward. Like, who cares? You don't shield or whatever. Just step forward. Just step forward and fight it out. Just expect that you're going to die here. That's okay. Dying, you can't win every fight, but what you can do is suck time off the clock so that your team can spawn and you can get like a decent fight here. That's the most important thing. Burn resources. Force them to pop ultis on you in this fight. Great. Like, whatever works. At this point, it's like pretty hard for you to win this position. Right? Note, again, it's like, look, you have no cover here, you have no way to retreat, you have no shield, you have no grass, you drop super low, very lucky to not die here. Your Ana gets nervous and pops nano on you, but this is a bad nano. What the heck are you going to do with this? Like, the whole team is so split up. See? You're not doing anything. And this is exactly what I mean. And now you're backing up to the safe spot, which is where you should have been to begin with. So all of this is reflecting, like, look, it's not about your teammates. Are your teammates playing poorly? Yeah, sure, your teammates playing poorly. It's a silver level lobby. But you are not playing like the best player in this lobby, which is what you need to do in order to win this game, right? Not because you need to do that every single game, but in this game in particular, if you're queued with a silver teammate, you need to look like easily the best player on your team, and I'm not seeing it. Not in Sigma, anyway. Alright, D.Va Bomb's gonna go off, right? You're looking for it, and then this is gonna go haywire. So, why do you die here? So it's coming up. You're going to put the shield down. By the way, you could have just blocked it with the pillar as well. Shield comes out. Oh, look at this. This is what happens. So just tap the shield briefly, right? Like the briefest possible second, pop the shield and you're good. But you put it too far and then you're going to die for this. So easy double kill. That would have saved you and the Ana, right? If you did that correctly. So that's just like just mechanical mistakes, right? It's like, you know, the Yuyari who pops this was probably, you know, a silver level player get hit by the Sunstruck or the Captive Sun, and then, you know, you die to the bomb. It's like, this is all just like sloppy play. Like, it doesn't matter whether your team is bad or not. Like, these are just easy things that you should have been avoiding. Like, you can't be playing Platinum and then like dying to the D.Va Bomb as Sigma with the shield up. That can't be happening with plenty of time. Like, it's not like you're stunned or something, you had to pop it at the last second. Like, you had so much time. You also could have just used the pillar, just block it. This is way too far up. Remember, you're not good at close range. You want to be playing back using your maximum range if possible. D.Va, surprisingly dangerous at close range. She does like 140-ish damage per second. Yeah, about 140 damage a second at close range. You only do 74, right? 74, 75-ish? She does double the damage of you with her guns at close range. You don't want to mess with that. You don't want any of that. Don't want any of that. So this is no good, right? Another grass that's popped way too early, right? Again, plenty of health. And then you're going to pop Flux. Does this Flux go and pick up 3? No, the Flux picks up the tank, who's not going to die, and the Yuyari, who is not going to die here. To be fair, you do make a good effort trying to attack the Yuyari. One hits the D.Va, but nobody dies here. I think this is just pretty sloppy. I don't know necessarily if this is the right moment that you need to pop this anyway, but if you are going to pop this, I'm definitely going for the triple, because the Widow is like scoped in right now. The Han's over here, like, you could have gotten 3 here easily. And then from there, like, you got to hit a double direct in this situation. Like, you rising constantly caused you to throw off the second shot, which would have probably killed the Yari. See how low she gets. So she's under 55. Yep, this would have been a kill. So this would have been a kill in the UR if you hit the second one. So you would have got at least one kill out of that, which is often fight winning, but in this scenario, it is not. So again, get everybody low. This is very problematic right here with the Hanzo. It's like juicy shots here, but again, this Hanzo Dragon is a problem, and you just walk into it like, yeah, you're just tunnel visioning, right? So look, the Hanzo's here, and by the way, super low. He's one-shotable right now by you, right? 110 is a one-shot. So he's going to pop Dragon. You're not looking or registering this at all. He's on your screen. You can hear the sound effect on the left side, and then he pops the Dragon. And now the right side of your screen is bright red, and then you're going to walk into it. See? Your teammates being silver has nothing to do with this. Like, the fact that the Hanzo was a silver player for trying to pop this dragon and thinking this was going to work and he wasn't just going to die instantly. Like, this is rough. Alright, we can go with Zarya, right? Zarya, great solo carry hero. Already, I think we have some suboptimal mechanics. So, I don't think you realize how long your beam is. So, watch. You're going to beam right here. Yeah, your beam's not even close. Like, this is still like another 10 meters away. This is not close. But I don't think you realize that, right? Because you're still holding the beam. You're like, oh, what's going on? Like, this is way too far away. Your beam accuracy is pretty bad, even for getting range. So watch right now. Beam, 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 beam. No, not hitting anything, not hitting anything. Okay, briefly hitting. You got like 3 ticks there. Beam, 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 beam. Nothing is getting beam. Nothing is getting beam. Nothing is getting beam. Nothing getting beam. Like, this is rough. Like, your beam accuracy is like well under 20% so far. And that's going to be a problem if you're going to play Zarya. Alright, you're zapping the D.Va down, which is great, right? You're excellent in neutral. So, how the heck did the Cassidy get there? Did he roll forwards and just pop high? This Cassidy is insane. No, he just walks forwards. This is even more insane. And he doesn't die. Oh, man. This is crazy. Anyway, if my Cassidy does that, walk forwards right now, because at this point you have no choice. But he's going to die. Okay, fine. Now you're going to back up. I understand that. You can go backwards, try to stay alive. Yes, very important. Be selfish as Zarya. Zarya is the most selfish hero in the game. Prioritize your survival over everyone else. You should throw your whole team under the bus if you need to survive a losing fight and maintain your charge. Very, very important. Do not lose charge here, because losing charge forces you to reset your entire gameplay loop. Yeah, see, that bubble on the Kiriko was a waste. Walking forward is a waste. All the things you're doing right now is a waste. This fight is over. You've already lost 2 players. Just leave. Just leave, 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 right? Go over here. Save your bubble, right? Use that bubble. Pop it over here. Jump over here. Good. Get back. You're safe. You're dying here is a throw. Now you have almost no way of stopping the fight, because when you get to the next fight, now you have no energy. And if you use 2 bubbles to get full energy, then you have no bubbles, and they walk over you and kill you. I think that's an okay decision, but a gutsy decision to use bubble to take dragon energy right there. And this is why. So, bubble number 1 was right there. Okay, you pop bubble number 2 here for no reason. No one is targeting you. You're not in the dragon, right? You do not need to pop bubble right now. But the second bubble is what's going to get you killed. There is no reason to be doing this. So, D.Va Bomb is here. You do have an opportunity right here, by the way, to go under the cart and crouch here, right? The Ana dies because she walks to the right side of the cart, but if you stayed here, you should have been good. But now you get a bubble. Imagine if you had 1 more bubble right now. Like, you can just carry this, but yeah, I mean, just everything about the bubbles here is no good. You're just too greedy trying to get energy here, and you should have already had energy previously. By the way, beaming the mech, the dying mech, does nothing. Alright, you kill the pylon. You should be careful right now. You have 100 energy, but you're almost dead, so I would just take cover. Like, you don't need to get these kills if you don't have to. Right? Alright, now you're getting energy. Yeah, go ahead. Right click. These right clicks are good. Yeah, good right clicks. Right, farm that ulti. Now you can just push forward. With no D.Va, just push forward. Yeah, just push forward. Just push forward. Like, you have more than the health. You're definitely going to get to this doorway at least. Bubbles can come up, and you can walk forward and just kill them all. Right? So, right here, you have bubble, 419 health, and you have 84 energy. I just walk forwards here and beam everyone down. I literally could kill all 4 people right now. There's nothing they could do to stop you. Zarya does 170 damage per second at full charge. Even if both supports are pocketing the same hero, I will still kill them, right? After the orb ends, I will kill both of them through it. Like, it's actually nuts. Like, you need to walk forwards right now. right? Now you like all this space, because if you go up here and you take this corner away from them, that's going to force them to take one more corner away from you. Anyway, we're going to skip forward a little bit. I think you actually do end up holding this eventually. They play D.Va here. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, keep Ringer down neutral. Again, speed run into this. Alright, we lost one. What did the D.Va just eat? Oh, pulse. Yeah, this is fine, right? Beamer down. Excellent. Great. Try to finish your ammo with right clicks. It significantly increases the damage you get. Also, as a general rule, once you're high in energy, try to save one bubble at all times, because now you get super, super low, and now you're in grave danger. So, at this point in time, I'm leaving. This fight's over, right? I lost. We just got Captive Sun, right? My Lucio's dead. I just walk this way and I leave. There's no reason to me trying to fight this. I want to save my 100 energy. I want to save my grav. You need to leave. Still need to leave. You're getting stuck in the wall. You need to leave. You definitely don't need to grav here, but you're gonna grav here. I can feel it. Like, I can feel that you're thinking like, oh god, I'm panicking. So, golden rule for grav. There's only two possible grabs you should ever do. One, grab where I plan to kill them. Two, grab where I plan for my team to kill them. If it's grab number one, right? If it's type number one, that means I need to A, have ammo, so often it's a good idea to reload first. B, I need to have energy, because obviously it's impossible to kill people if I don't have energy. And C, I need to be able to survive long enough to actually kill them. Okay? None of these things are true here, except for the fact that you have energy. You have no ammo when you grab them, and you have no health, which means you're going to beam people down immediately at the reload where all three people are stuck here, and they're going to focus you down, and they're going to kill you. This is no good, right? Again, grab number two is when I wait, and I'm like, look, even though I have no ammo or no energy, if I grab them and LOS of my whole team can kill them for me. So this is a really bad play. I think it's a good call to swap Rein here, though, because Zarya is not going to cut it at this point, because you're not going to have time to get energy. Teleport through. I have no idea why you canceled here. This would have been a great kill on the Hanzo. I also don't know why you're not Fire Strike canceling. Okay, that's fine. So I think we're just going to full hold from here, 30 seconds. Yeah, I don't think anything super interesting happens in the Reinhardt section. I don't know what this charge is. Yeah, this is going to be a hold. Okay, great. So that's defense. Still winnable game. I mean, I think that's an okay push, right? Good push on their end, right? Not great push, good push, but definitely a winnable game. You're going to go ball here. I think this is one of the worst ball maps in the game. The reason being is it's an extremely linear map, and Ball is really bad at linear maps. He wants maps that have multiple routes that he can get behind the enemy, and then he can go into them from behind, right? Dive into them from behind, and then he can slam them, and then you can roll away and get a mega health pack and keep doing it. This map not only has very few mega health packs, but they're not in great positions for Ball, often indoors, where it's like slows down his pathing to get them, and there's no real good alternate routes. If you go over the top here, you are committed back here. Versus a lot of other maps, you have options to still get back to your supports. So I think you actually play Ball here okay, all things considered, like considering like the situation on this map, but I just think you're not going to do anything. So watch, you're going to roll in here, you slam, this is a 2-man slam, 3-man slam, okay, you're going to shoot them, and what happens? They just walk back forwards again. Again, if you were just Reinhardt, like, I'm not saying you should play Reinhardt here, but like if you were playing Reinhardt, if you just walk in here, swing, that's gonna move them backwards. Like they're definitely walking backwards if you're playing Reinhardt here, right? If you're playing Zarya here, same deal. Once you get energy, you walk through them, they're gonna walk backwards. Orisa, same deal. They're gonna have to walk backwards. If you're playing Winston, you dive here, they're gonna walk backwards. As Ball here, you slam 3, nothing happens. Now part of this is you slam too early, which means that your team wasn't able to follow up on your slam. But I'm just gonna note that this pattern is gonna happen over and over again. So you're going in right now. Is your team able to help you? No. They're all hiding around corners. Why? That's just the timing of this. You need to look before you go engage. You go in, great. You slam 2. It knocks them backwards. But the moment that you slam them backwards, look at the Sigma's body language. So after you slam him, what does he do? Does he go backwards? Because he's like, oh, they just hit a good slam. We're in trouble. He walks forwards, as does the Hanzo, as does the Iliari, as does the, what is this, Amura, right? Amura over here. That is a very good sign as a dive hero that you have messed up. When you engage in the enemy team, and instead of running away from you, they run towards you, then you know you have screwed up, because they have read that you are doing a wrong dive, and instead of a dive that forces them backwards because you picked the right time, you have the good mechanics, etc., you picked a dive that's either the wrong time or with bad mechanics. So they're not thinking, the ball is diving us, oh god, I'm in danger, I need to back up. They're thinking, this ball has made a mistake, let's farm him for ult charge. Right? Everyone just walks forward on top of you because you're doing it at the wrong time. As a general note, you just don't really want to be slamming the tank, right? You want to be slamming back here, or ideally, like, way back here. You could grapple, go all the way back here, slam the Widow, force the low ground, right? Roll around a little bit, go down, slam again. That's going to give you a lot more value than continually slamming the front line over and over and over again. All right, once again, another fireball in, another slam. Okay, let's see. Did the enemy team back up? No, they walk forwards. Over and over again, the enemy team is just continually walking forwards into you because they're not respecting your dive at all. I guarantee you, as Winston, they would walk backwards here. If I'm Winston, I dive in right here, I pop bubble, right? I jump in, I do like 50 damage, 3 heroes, that's 150 damage right there. I zap 4 heroes, that's 240 damage a second. They're walking backwards. I guarantee you they are walking backwards and not walking into you trying to kill you. I don't think Winston's the right call on this map. I think Winston is viable against this comp, but I don't know that Winston's like necessarily. I think that Sigma here would have been perfectly fine, but I'm just noting is that your ball play is just not getting you anywhere. Like, you're not doing anything with it because it's so low impact. Another note about your aim, but also it's really more about trigger discipline. Okay, so at this point in time, you are now no longer able to see them. There's 30 ammo, right? 38 ammo. Look how you're still shooting. You fired 28 ammo when you couldn't even see them into the car. You're just holding down the trigger. Like, maybe this is console, and like maybe that's like a little more likely in console, but like, this can't happen, you know? Like, again, this isn't a regular plat game. You have to be the best player on your team. That's what happens when you queue someone who's a lot lower ranked than you. It's very, very likely that you're going to be the highest ranked person in the game, right? Tied with the opposing whatever role. So yeah. This shooting, by the way, is doing literally nothing. All right, you're diving again. 4-man slam. This is big, right? Okay, they're walking backwards briefly, but now they're walking forwards again. Because your team is just not able, like, you're constantly engaging without your whole team here. But I would also note is that ball is just not good here. Sigma's shield is like blocking a ton of the damage that your team is trying to do, which is also a problem. So you could also try to force Sigma's shield down and then roll in. But I think overall, ball is just not the pick here. It's very rare where I'm like, oh, the pick is not good enough. I think that this is like a situation where like it's really a problem here. For the record, the combo is minefield first, then slam, which gives the mines time to arm. All right, Sigma's gonna walk in and just die. You could just melee there. Yep. Okay, slam. Yeah, things are good here. Things are not so good right now, but oh god, this is painful. I know you complain about Winston, you're like, oh, I feel like I go in and stun and die. I think you should just get better at Winston. Winston is such a great hero and has always been such a great hero. Also, a lot more consistent ball is. Like, the thing is with ball, you can get great at ball. You can get all the way to top 500, top 100, top 10 with ball, but you gotta be like a ball main, like a ball one trick, basically, because there's so much like unique game sense and mechanics to ball that you can't like casually play ball, in my opinion, and get into higher ranks with it. All right, you're rocked out. I don't really know why you're hiding right now. Like, I think that your better option is, honestly, you can even just roll straight through them and just like shoot this angle and then roll back in and slam. I know you don't slam yet, but... Alright, so right now, great opportunity to engage. Forget about the pylon for a second, let your team deal with it. I think this is an opportunity for you to roll in and engage. So, he pops that. The second he pops that, your whole team, the correct reaction here is split up. So if you're at the front, you move forwards. If you're at the back, you move backwards. If you're at the side, you move sideways. You should be moving forwards right now and easily getting out of range of this. Is that what you do? No, you're going to stay here. In fact, you're going to back up into your team while shooting the pylon, and then you're going to get lifted with this nano, and you're going to do absolutely nothing with this nano. Like, this is devastating. Right? Your Ana used a really powerful ability on you. You could have been engaging with it. You could have been shooting people down with it. You could have been slamming. You could have been grappling. There's like so many things you could be doing. But like instead, you're just like doing nothing. You're just wasting all your time shooting this pylon, which I think takes you forever to kill. right? Like, you're missing the pylon even at the beginning of that. Yeah, see? Like, you don't even have enough ammo to kill it. Now you have to reload, shoot it again. Like, it takes... You need to be nano to kill a pylon. This is no good. Now you're still reloading as though you're, like, some sort of, like, gun turret instead of, you know, a rolling wrecking ball. You should focus on the wrecking ball aspect of it, and less so the gun part of it. Everything here just feels so awkward, right? It's like you're stuck here, you're not doing anything, you're just feeding enemy ult charge, now you're just rolling away. Like, this is all rough. Again, I think that a lot of the mechanics you had earlier actually felt like they were okay mechanics, but they're not accomplishing anything because your timing is wrong and you're not going for the like deep enough, and it's a bad map for it. So, you see this arrow right here? You gotta react to this. I'd be like, wait, there's a Hanzo behind me. Alright, you lost 2, this is a reset. Yep, this is good, right? This is a good call by you, right? Understand, look, I lost 2, gotta reset. Great. You charge. I think this charge is okay. I would note that if Sigma has rock, I would always expect him to rock this. But you're at an angle that this is actually kind of a tough rock, so I understand this. But I would have flipped and tried to shield it right away. Like right here, I would have turned and shielded him right away to stop this rock. But not your job to kill a pylon. This pylon's way behind you. It's also not going to do anything once you push a team back. Instead of going for this pylon, just walk at the Yari and kill it right now. Like literally, what can they do at this point when rock has already been used? Just walk at them and just swing, and kill the supports, and the fight's over. Instead, you waste your time killing the pylon. Yeah, so there's a charge opportunity right there when he got stuck. So he's stuck right now. I know right away. I can see that he's stuck. Just charge and kill him. Insta kill with the charge. And now he's grasping. Now you can still charge and kill. You get so many opportunities here to kill him. Like you could have killed him so much faster. This is extremely dangerous. Yeah. Yeah. So because it takes you so long to kill the Sigma, like your whole team is gonna fall apart because they're getting murdered from high ground. Like, you should have killed the Sigma so much earlier, and after you killed him, like, if you had charged, you should just charge in here and dealt with the low ground completely. And then it's just the Widow. If the Widow kills your whole team, so be it. Which is basically what happens anyway. But, like, you should have, like, just mechanically, you should have been way better at this. Yeah, you're not going to get the contest again. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Again, I think there's a lot here to improve at, right? Forget the fact that it's a lower ranked lobby, right? Forget the fact that you're queued with your friend. Forget the fact that the DPS and supports are throwing or whatever ends up happening here. You personally, there's so many things that you can improve at, like mechanically, game sense, decision making, etc. as a tank. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Hopefully it's helpful.